Just doing a little bit of checking on some settings since I haven't done this in a while. And we'll get right into the update and then into the game. So just give me a few more minutes here and we will begin. Okay, I'm all set to ready to go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. I just wanted to give a small channel update, health update, and all this other stuff. I know last year, I said I was going to do more content after I got out of the hospital the first time, and that didn't quite happen. So let me fill you guys in on what has happened, but not give too much detail as to how I'm proceeding to go forward, because there's a lot of things I still have to do and don't have information for currently. As some of you know, in September of last year, I ended up in the hospital due to me going completely pale. Found out that I had UC, which is ulcerative colitis. I'm on the bad end of it. So I have been dealing with this for a very long time, but finally got diagnosed with it. Put it that way. My doctor said I'm okay for right now, but let's lead up to that discussion, shall we? In October, I had to take 3 weeks off because I wasn't physically stable quite yet. I was ready to work, body wasn't physically ready. Mentally I was, but physically wasn't. So, get medicine. I took it every day for about 3 to 4 months. Then got switched off of it because it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So what my doctor put me on kind of had a problem with how we were proceeding. So I have decided to switch to an infusion, which I had to do one the initial, and then one 2 weeks later, and then one 4 weeks later. Sadly, after the second infusion, I started having health issues again, and these weren't like easy fixes either. So I ended up very sick. Wasn't fun, as you can imagine. Took some time off from work to get a little bit of recovery in, and then went back to work about maybe a week or so later. After my, I think, third infusion, things were okay, but we ran into, actually after the fourth infusion, we ran into an issue. Come to find out that my dosage wasn't strong enough to keep me going for 2 months straight, because I was supposed to switch to a bi-monthly system for my infusion. So I got very, very sick, and I want to say it's been about 3 weeks now. I entered the hospital for a third time. The second one was like a day, so it didn't, I was only there to really get fluids and figure out what my breathing problems were, but we have some of that under control now, as much as it bothers for me to say that. I'm not 100% okay, and I don't think I'm ever going to be. I still have problems breathing from time to time, but I'm able to manage it. I'm able to take my breaks, and I tell my boss, if you guys see me standing there, I'm probably trying to recompose and get back to normal. Not the easiest thing in the world when you work in retail and you're stocking shelves and It's just not a fun experience sometimes. So, but my third visit to the hospital was about 3 weeks ago. I am not happy I had to go back into the hospital, but quick health update on that. I am okay. I'm okay. I'm not great. I'm not, 90%. I am literally just okay. I'm working at work. My capacity is about maybe 75%. I can't do 100 anymore. I can't do even 80 if I wanted to without pushing my body past what I think is okay to keep doing. So I tell my boss this is all we're going to get, and I'm not pushing it any further. So, but I entered the hospital with an abscess and sepsis. So, as some people know, that's not a good thing for my current condition. It is a issue that if I did not get treated for immediately, because we caught it early, which is great, I could have had to go in for surgery, and I did not want that. Neither did my family, and I don't think I would have survived 3 to 4 months with a bag attached to the side of my body. Put it that way. I took things in stride. I stayed positive as much as I could, but there are things you cannot hold back anymore. And the day I got told I had to go to the hospital, I had a mental breakdown. And wasn't pretty. In my retrospect, giving the news to my family that I had to go yet again back to the hospital. What I went in for, I thought would only be a 2-day thing. It ended up being a 6-day thing. And my father kept telling me, at least you went in and didn't hold this time until it was too late. And I'm not happy with what my doctor really wants me to do, but I'm telling him no to. Again, the surgery is what they want, and I'm not saying yes to it. I'm not going to sign off on it. I'm still debating whether, if my infusions continue to work, if I am going to live with what I have or go through with it. I personally do not want to go through with it because the way what I have to deal with isn't okay for me. I don't think it'd be safe for my health or anything to go back to work after the first surgery. Now, will it, somewhat deal with my UC? Yes. But you have to look at the downside. You can't, you don't have a colon anymore. So that means you don't process everything the same. The breakdown for everything is not there. Your intestines are also modified. I don't want to go into like graphic detail or anything like that. It's not something I would prefer anybody ever go through. My doctors told me join some support groups. I'm like, there ain't no support group out there, in my honest opinion, that's going to get me through this. I've always been a type to be like, my willpower is what's keeping me going and not what people tell me half the time. Depression is a very strong thing, folks. It's not pretty for me. My mental breakdown was because my depression finally broke me in a way that day, and I wasn't okay. I was not. I'm still not. Even in the hospital, I had one small breakdown there. I didn't tell my doctors I had a mental breakdown at the hospital. I don't think I really wanted to because I didn't need them putting me on watch. I'm okay now. I'm stable. I'm back to work, though. Technically, I should have taken an extra 3 weeks off. My doctor's a little bit mad at me for that, but there's nothing I can do because wasn't told when I left the hospital to go on LOA, an extended LOA. and I was supposed to be out for another 3 weeks, so I wasn't supposed to be back at work till the 5th. Well, I went back 6 days after the hospital, and I really should have took the time, and I didn't know I was gonna get anything until probably a week after my infusion, my exit from the hospital. So I was still on medication for the sepsis and the abscess. So, but I was okay. I was getting color back. I was getting. I got a blood transfusion, an iron transfusion. I was getting my numbers back up, so I could, go back to work and live my life. Sadly, my iron is back low, but I'm currently working on that. But okay, so it's not great that my mental stability isn't great. Um, my condition has taken so many different turns, and I've dealt with it, and I want to continue dealing with it in my own way. My family, on the other hand, does not want me to handle it the way I want to handle it, but they're not given a choice. I tell them it's either my way or the highway. I know I shouldn't say it that way, but not their body, not their problem. But so let's go forward with what's going on with the channel, why I haven't uploaded. Well, I don't have as much as I really, really want to. And as many of you have known in the past, I've stated this many times. YouTube was my way of relieving stress, dealing with some of my depression. Gaming is my outlet. And YouTube was another way for me to just relax. Remember, I was putting out sometimes 10 videos a day of Clone Hero, Guitar Hero, whatever you want to call it nowadays. I can't do that no more. When I transitioned from Clone Hero stuff to gameplay stuff again, I'm really glad I did the games I've done so far with my state, but I was really hoping to be back in on this in November of last year, and that's not going to happen, and it didn't happen. I don't know when I'll be able to come back to the channel fully, but I thought not giving an update at any point in the last 6 or so months, or I don't remember how long it's been since the last update. I want to come back to this. I do. But until I can bring myself to do this again and sit here hours a day doing what I do and did in the past, I'm just gonna hold off on it until I am okay to do so. With it being getting close to the end of the year, my job at work is gonna be a little bit more stressful, and I'm gonna have to talk to my management about keeping my stress levels low. That way I don't end up back in the hospital at the end of this year. But I want to get back into doing YouTube. I don't want to keep my channel dead as I have this past year. Hopefully one of these days I'll just be able to pop a video right onto the channel and be like, hey, I'm back. Don't know how many times a week I'll be able to upload, or if I'd be able to do it every 2 weeks or so, something like that. But I really hope to get back into this at some point. The streaming aspect, probably not, but I didn't really get much entertainment out of my streams as I used to, or when I first started, or when I was doing modded ME3 back in the days where Legendary wasn't out yet. I thought about doing another playthrough of certain games that on stream and then just uploading them to YouTube and doing it that way, but it just doesn't work out that way, in my honest opinion. But maybe one day when I am back to normal-ish, whatever normal will be for me, I'm hoping to revive the channel a little bit. I will finish that playthrough of Pokemon Shining Pearl. I do not intend to leave it unfinished. But when I tried to, back in November, I actually did try to record a video for it. As soon as I hit the record button, I just couldn't do it. I was like, I pumped myself up for nothing, and I wasn't able to do it. I'm currently playing around with some of the drives I have. I have to clean some of them out, including the streaming drive. As I think I'm getting close to filling it up. But I really do hope to get back into this at some point at a manageable capacity and not do what I used to do, which is good. My doctor still wants me to take it easy. They don't want me to push myself, and I do not plan to. I don't push myself at work anymore. I tell my bosses, if you don't like it, suck it up. Because if they retaliate against me, they're violating some health policies in place, and I am willing to go to war with them a little bit. And if they want to play that game, I'm willing to LOA myself out until my mental state comes back or my health recovers. But that's just the update I wanted to give. We're gonna jump right into a modded ME3 that I've already started. I started it last night technically, but I don't think anybody really wants to see the beginning of the game as often as I see it. Because I have restarted. It's been a year since I played modded ME3. A lot of things in the community have changed. A lot of mods have been updated. I don't know how far I'll get. Right now we are off the Citadel going in for a scanning that I have to pull up because I don't have it up yet. Oh wow, there's a lot of shit in here. Where am I? Right here. But I'm hoping to go for about an hour. I know it doesn't mean much, but that's kind of pretty much get the rest of the scanning of all this. And I mean, the list is long. I'm not really planning on finishing it probably, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just going to the mail currently. I really wanted to give that health update and channel update. So we'll jump right into this. It feels weird playing it after so long, that's for sure. Because I haven't played a shooter on my PC in a while. And this is the one. I'll take this. There's a lot of new emails I've never seen before. Oh god, I'm not reading this. That's a new one. Already checked that. Checked this earlier.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades,
I wonder why the subtitles are all fucked up like this. I might need to take a look at that.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Okay, yeah, you're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
I do end up in the military anyway.
I don't know.
family didn't
Every
have
time
one
I
for
play this
university.
game, I
When
know
the
what
Alliance
this
saw my
all
aptitude
says,
scores, they offered me a
but
full
I
scholarship.
still play
I
through
served
it
my
because
required
to
years
me,
after
if I
graduation
don't, it
and
feels like I
decided to
skipped
stay.
something.
I really
I
like
don't
the
know how
challenges of the
everybody else
lab.
does it, but I don't
Although
skip through
I'm
the
sure
dialogue like
I'll
that
grow to
anymore.
love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me, seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes, you'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of
Oh, before I
time-like
forget,
data to
the
construct
romance
a
option
coherent
in this is
situation
not
clearly. It's an exciting challenge.
my usual. It's Garrus on
For
this
me,
run.
anyway.
I usually go with Liara,
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus system.
but I think most of us go with
Though I
Liara
studied on Earth at Oxford.
when we
My
first
parents
played
were
through
from
this.
London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
I'm gonna take a look at the settings real quick. I'm probably just gonna turn off the subtitles because they're bugging the crap out of me with how huge they are. What's in here? Field of view. What am I at graphics wise?
Commander?
Okay. I mostly turn subtitles on because of conversations and other things, but I don't think I really need to keep it on. Ooh, what do we got here?
Don't be a stranger. I don't really sound like that, do I?
Oh, so I found this in one of the shops on the Citadel. I was curious.
Extranet says you're Alliance military. Take care of yourself out there, officer.
So I'm kind of glad I got rid of it now and just took a look at it. Do I want to know what that did? Did that open a skylight or something? Yep. That button wasn't there before. I think they're this way. Are they? They are. Okay. You saw nothing. Did that one, crew deck. I wonder if that shop is still in here because I don't remember the last time I saw it. It should be in here, but it's random, so we'll see. Yep, not here. That shop is completely random. Best to check every so often. Okay, I already fixed my powers. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my powers. So we got combat drone, barrier, flare, armor piercing, offensive, and the fitness. This is all I'm gonna need, all I'm gonna play with. Yes, I'm the Vanguard class. I play with mods that let me add and remove powers at will. Not reset powers, reassign powers is what I want to look at. So they give you a list here of things you can open with. You can add almost any of the powers you want, but I don't need everything. I don't use everything. I just use a few set of moves and just go from there.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance
Now, I
team
could have
cleaned up
played
and
with Dr.
restocked, but
Chakwas'
it's still
appearance. I
mild
could have played with
med
any of the characters' appearances. I
Feels
just
like
chose not
home.
to.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection. Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's their inventory of meds?
You know, I never
The
really
med bay was
understood
fully
that the first
stocked
time I
before you
played,
left
and then
Earth.
when
should
you
be
go
good for a
back
long
and look at
time,
other people's
even given the
playthroughs and
amount
they
of
choose
fire you
renegade
take.
options, yeah, the scars reappear. I'm like, oh,
Do
that's
you
what
ever
she meant.
regret working for Cerberus?
Again, this is back when I first
We
started
didn't
playing,
work
so
for them.
it was
We
just
used
interesting.
them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
See
I'm
you
actually
around,
kind of
Doctor.
worried with the
Take
future
care,
state of
Shepard.
BioWare currently, so I doubt we're gonna see the next Mass Effect game anytime soon. I know no one's up here, but I'm gonna see something. See if they added anything in here. Yeah, they add nothing. You never know when you add mods or what they do after you're not done them for so long, so best just to check every nook and cranny. Click.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office.
Oh, it's the game. I keep thinking
It
I'm hearing the
analyzes
phone go off, and
information
there's no phone going
packages.
off.
If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Sure.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
Now shocked.
At least the Council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered, I think.
I see they still couldn't
Looks like you
fix
brought
that
more than
glare.
just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
I don't think there's anything in here. Just some text and whatnot.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip the rest of that. Some of
Hello
that's
again,
the
Shepard.
text in there is interesting later on. It's not interesting right now.
How much do
Like
you know
some
about
of
this
the
Prothean
Spectre
artifact?
mod add
Very
stuff.
little.
There's stuff from
We're
EGM that
fortunate
gets
enough data
added.
survived to piece together the blueprints.
It's a pretty interesting
Decoding them
read
will
if you
require
take
as
the
many
time to read it.
specialists as we can find.
It's that high tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
I don't remember if they said they couldn't touch the
You
glare
brought your
in
little
here,
helper with you?
but
Its
damn, is it
name was
annoying.
Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The
Each
old
time it
broker's
switches to
ship,
that glare, I swear,
impressive,
man,
but it was never meant to be
just blind you.
space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
tiny bit. Because it's being caught on the
What
mic.
kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True, given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we
I
last
would
saw
worry
each other?
more.
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Actually, there is,
Please, enjoy your
there
day.
is a mod setting I want to check. I'm trying to remember where it is, though. Nope. There it is. I would be shocked if he just appeared out of nowhere. Do I have to save and requit for that one? Story settings. Yep, I'm gonna have to do that. Let's. Good thing it's a quick reload. Nope, not on the ship. I guess he follows you on the Citadel. That should be interesting. Grab the ship, don't hit that. Don't think there's anything in here. I don't think they ever really put anything in here. The only time you see something in here is when Jack boards. Okay, that's it for up here. Engineering. Let's do Allers first.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
No.
Commander.
Okay, nothing there. Now, there's gonna be like 3 different conversations in here, so I'm just gonna come down here and grab the hamster and the collectibles, get off the wall. Come on, Squeaky. Huh. Got him. No, there's the hatch, there's this. Take that.
Kenneth, do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Bull crap, you don't. Okay, this is still here. I'll take this, but I need to save my money for stuff, so I don't want to fully buy a bunch of crap.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor.
It's gonna be
in
weird. I'm
range.
so used to hearing
Very
like
handy
engineer
for stealth
talk
reconnaissance.
because
All
I
in
always
all,
choose engineer for this
Normandy is
playthrough.
a marvel of engineering.
I
do
did
you
not
think of
this
Edie?
time.
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI. I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Donnelly
Problems?
never shut up.
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
It's great to be
I
back.
don't have
Feels
Javik
good to
yet,
be
so
in
there's
Alliance
that room is
uniform.
closed.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Commander,
Nothing to report.
I'm glad the commander didn't forget about us down here.
I told you Shepard would come visit.
It's still funny because if you, I think in ME2, after your first visit, he says something like, "Oh, I can't believe the captain came and checked on us and whatnot." If I remember correctly. That's a good way to hit my phone. Get over there. Some stuff to pick up in here. Here. There's gonna be a chest around the corner. There's hers. I'll take this. Well, at least I don't have to update a bunch of stuff. That works for me. Huh. That's new. Interesting. Anything hiding over here by the ship? Nope.
Hey there.
You're supposed to growl.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal, unhelpful.
This is kind of a weird conversation. This is one of the conversations you need to be careful with if you already
Yep.
have a romance.
You want to rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
You can click the wrong thing here.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You come down here for something? Or are you just looking?
It's my ship. I go where I want and talk to whoever I want.
Because I used to click the top one,
Fair
but
enough.
then this conversation isn't Paragon based or Renegade
Not
based,
sure
so
what there is to talk about.
that one just prevents me from accidentally
my
doing the romance by mistake.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right.
Well, that's as far as I know.
Forgot about
Each
that.
time I've chosen it, you know, it just starts the
Well,
a little bit of the romance crap.
think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Oh, I can dance.
Okay, so I play with my mouse
Okay, Lola.
switch. So my
Let's do
right
this.
is my
Don't let
left.
my good looks fool you, Vega. I got my share
So
of
I just
scars.
need to be a little bit careful. I gotta remember my left is my Paragon.
You remind me of my old CO.
Oh, yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors.
I did
Intel
not
we could've
notice
used to
those two
destroy
back there earlier.
I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best
Heck,
part
we
was,
might not even get
we
to the
didn't really
scans,
need the intel
which
in
is
the end.
fine.
Because you were out
I
saving
don't
the
think I really
galaxy by
want to
taking down the
show
entire
me
collector
doing a shit
homeworld.
ton of looking for items and whatnot.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
I just really hope the next
No.
Mass Effect game
That
doesn't get
stunt
fucked up.
back on Mars was reckless. Your lucky to be alive.
So?
So,
If they do another screw up like they
maybe
did
you
this
don't
game,
care,
it's just
live or die.
not
Well,
funny.
maybe.
Andromeda was
I'm
just a
just willing to
mistake.
do whatever the
period.
fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
They promised too much with Andromeda, and
Maybe you are.
I hope they don't overpromise with this next
But if
game.
you're half as good as I think
Should
you
be
are,
interesting.
we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, Lola.
Lola, huh?
You
I mean,
kinda
this
look like a
also
Lola.
affects a little bit of the romance options, but
You're
in my
cute.
honest opinion, it's best to be
So I'll
called
let you
Lola
get
than
away with
Commander
it.
by him.
For now.
That's it. Now you made me blush.
I want to read that note again. Let me see this. And I'm back on the moon.
Hey again. What's
I
up?
still need to talk to Cortez.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. You want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
Usually I
You got
already
family
talked to
back on Earth?
Cortez before I come
an
to
uncle,
James, but I
retired
didn't do
military.
it this time.
Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So I'm a Lola, huh?
Yeah, my best friend's sister growing up was Lola. Older sister. Hot. Tough.
Right. I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other?
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Felprime.
I have a
where
feeling
he
that
was
mod that changes the scroll
I caught
wheel
up with him on Earth a few
to
months back.
ME2
He's a good
scroll
guy.
wheel
Just don't tell him
changes
I said
the
so. It'd go to his head.
the
I'll talk
text
to you later.
to whatever that
bet.
is, because it's awful. That magazine shows up later. While I'm in here, I guess I'll switch my guns around. Hires. Go with the Lancer. Let's see. Let's just stick with the gun. I have no parts for you yet. Cool. Alliance acquisitions. I don't need those. Air Frontier. Citadel gift shop. Oh crap! No, no. I need this one. Want to get these out of the way. Why is the managed powers one in here? Seriously. Don't think there's anything in here I absolutely need. Why is that even in here? You can find this item. Don't make everything easy, guys. Don't put everything in the shops. I forgot this one's like that too. I don't know why the pictures are so stretched, but that's funny. I don't remember what mod this is from.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
Probably the Cerveza.
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So
when I'm there, I'm
you're
not
my
gonna
shuttle
be there
pilot,
for
but
a
you're setting up
while.
Procurement chains?
I don't
wasn't
think so.
assigned as Normandy's
I think
pilot.
it's
Not
a
much need
whole
for one on a
system
dry dock
scan
ship.
after this,
I was
and
overseeing
then
the retrofit of the
a
cargo.
Citadel visit,
I'm quite
and
familiar with
then
the operation and maintenance
back
of
out
the UT-47 Kodiak
for
and the M44
Priority
Hammerhead.
Palaven, I
In my
think.
experience,
I can't
it made
remember.
sense for me to
It's
take
been
over
so
as
long
shuttle
since I've
pilot
looked
when
at
we
it.
left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics,
schedule
making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small EZO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab
That's for
engineers are
sure
trying to
it
improve
did.
that.
I hated
After the
those
Reaper
missions so
invasion,
much.
Those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded EZO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
Some
You
of
were
the
stationed on
redos, I
Earth.
mean,
Do you have family there?
when I played
I'm an only
ME3
child.
for the first time, I
Lost
was
my
like,
parents years ago.
why did they
I
rearrange
had a
the
husband
entire
back when I was stationed at Ferris
fucking
Fields. The
CIC
collectors took out the
everywhere?
whole colony.
Freaking nuts.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
That's done. I think that's everything currently. But ooh, mail.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Good luck, mate. We'll call it there because I really don't think I have time to do a full scan currently. But I did want to give that update I gave at the start of the stream. I hope and cross my fingers that at some point in time I'll be able to return to YouTube and finish out what I started. At least try to. Thank you guys for watching. I will maybe catch you in another stream at some point. But I'm gonna go lay down because I'm starting to fall asleep with my rig again. medicine does a lot of things to me, apparently. But y'all have a good day and an even better weekend. And take it easy out there and get checked if you're having any type of health issue.